Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Rachel Runs. Today we're going to be doing a chair workout, so you won't need any equipment except for a chair. This workout is great for anybody that doesn't have a lot of space to work out in, or maybe you are traveling and only have a hotel room. So I've got cardio, upper body, abs, and legs all in one workout. So grab a chair and let's get started with our warm-up. So just give me a nice march in place. Do a couple nice deep breaths. And do some shoulder rolls to the back. Just want to get your muscles nice and warm. It's never good to work out on cold muscles. And to the front. And now give me some reaches up to the top. And out to the front. And some torso rotations. Get your core and your back nice and loose. And now we're going to warm up the core. Just lift your legs up and to the side. And now put your legs a little bit wider than hip width apart and lunge out to one side. Come back into a deep squat and lunge to the other. And back to the middle, side, middle, side. And up, and just go back to walking in place. Take a couple more deep breaths. And let's get started. So our first cardio move is going to be mountain climbers on the chair. Most of you know what mountain climbers are down on the ground. Same thing, just on the chair. Put your arms on either side of the chair. Make sure you have a nice grip. Make sure you're using a sturdy chair. Come into plank position. And you're just going to do mountain climbers. We've got 60 seconds on the clock, and let's start in 3, 2, 1. Now you can do these at a fast pace like I am to really get your heart rate going. My beginners, you can just walk the mountain climbers nice and slow. And you want to keep a nice straight line in your back. You don't want your hips up here and you don't want them down too low. Just a nice straight line. I also like doing mountain climbers on the chair because it takes some of the pressure off your wrists as opposed to doing them on the ground. Don't forget to breathe, guys. We're almost there. Couple more. Great job. So now we're going to do a burpee using the chair. So legs wide apart, about hip width. Come down, grab your chair the same way. Jump out into plank. Jump back in. Jump up. 60 seconds. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Down, out, back in, jump up. Down, out, back in, jump up. And same thing when you come out into your plank. You don't want your hips high and you don't want them too low. Nice straight line. My beginners, you can just simply walk out into your plank or walk back in and just stand squat without the jump. And you just do it at a quicker pace and you'll still get your heart rate up and get that cardio. Everybody else, you're with me. Almost there, guys. Keep going. Great job. Now we're going to take those two moves and put them together. You're going to come down into your burpee, come out, and mountain climb 4 times. Come back and up. So we're going to do that for 60 seconds. This is our last cardio move. Let's get it done. And let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Down, out, 4 mountain climbers. Back in, jump up. My beginners, you can walk out. Slow 4 mountain climbers. Walk back in, stand up. You can modify any move to make it work how you need to. Just work at your level and your pace and give it everything you have. Almost there, guys. Last one. Great job. Now that we've got some of the cardio out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to our upper body. So, we're going to start off with push-ups on the chair. You're going to go ahead and go into plank position on the chair and just lower down and up. Just go as low as you can go. I don't have the best upper body strength. You just do the best you can. We've got 60 seconds. Take your time with these and just give, I would prefer you have better form than doing a bunch with terrible form. And let's begin in 3, 2, 1. And by good form, I mean that you have a nice straight line in your back. You don't want your hips up here. You also don't want them sinking down low. Try and keep a nice straight line in your spine. We're not in a hurry with these guys, so make sure you go at a nice comfortable pace and work within your own range of motion. Give me one more. Great job. Now we're going to move on to tricep dips. So go ahead and take a seat and put your hands beside your hips and walk on out. And we're just going to do tricep dips for 60 seconds. They look like this. All right, guys, 60 seconds on the clock. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Now, there are ways to make this move easier and harder. You can do it straight-legged, which is the hardest way. You can bring it in a little bit with your toes pointing up. It's about in between. And you can make it a little bit easier by stepping your legs in and keeping your feet flat on the floor. About halfway there, guys. Just go nice and slow and do the best that you can. Like I said, my upper body is my weakness, so these are usually the hardest moves for me. But you still got to do them, and you still got to try your best, and over time you'll see results. Give me a couple more, guys. Almost there. One more. Great job. All right, we've got one more upper body move. And we're gonna go ahead and do shoulder taps. So you're gonna go ahead and get in the plank position on the chair. And all you're gonna be doing is tapping the opposite shoulder one at a time, alternating. We're gonna do that for 60 seconds. Take a nice deep breath, get in position, and let's begin. Shoulder tap. Now you can do these with your feet together or wide apart. Keeping them wider apart kind of helps you keep your hips facing down and from turning upwards like that, which you don't want, because then you're taking all the work out of your abs and your arms. So keep your hips down, your abs engaged, and just keep tapping your shoulders. And again, can't stress enough, try and keep that nice straight line in your spine. Don't have your hips way up here and don't have them sinking down low. Just a nice, straight, pretty line. Almost there, guys. Couple more. And great job. All right, let's move into our abs. I'll come on an angle so you guys can see me. You're gonna go ahead and sit almost on the edge of your chair. Not quite the very edge, you don't want it to tip forward. And we're gonna do alternating leg ups. So you're gonna wanna lean just a little bit back, engage your abs, hold them in nice and tight, and just do alternating leg lifts, okay? So let's go for 60 seconds, and let's start in 3, 2, 1. After this move, we're going to go ahead and use both legs up at the same time, kind of like a reverse crunch, but in the seated position. Now, you can change this move up a little bit by increasing the pace and going faster. You'll actually start to feel your quads burning when you do that. Or you can go nice and slow. Or you can make it challenging by not letting your feet tap the floor. And that is definitely the hardest position to do. So do whatever level you feel comfortable at. And keep going. Almost there, guys. Last few seconds. Great job. Okay, so like I said, now we're gonna do both legs lifting at the same time. Basically a seated reverse crunch. So you're in the same position, leaning back just a little bit, and lifting both your legs. And you can also move your hands back a little bit for more support, kind of however you feel comfortable. So go ahead and get into that seated position, lean back a little bit, and let's go for 60 seconds, all right? Let's begin. Now with this one, you don't want to go fast. You don't want to use momentum for this move. You want all that work to be coming from your abs, especially the lower abs. So take your time and really engage that core. So you should feel your abs burning, as well as the tops of your legs. Your quads will probably get really sore tomorrow. We're more than halfway, guys. You're almost there. Couple more. Last one. All right, so let's get into the standing position. And we're still good. We got one more move for our abs. We got to work each side. So I'm going to move my chair to the side a little bit. And you're going to just be using it for support and balance. So We're going to have our arm up in the air, and we're just going to do like a side crunch. So you're lifting your arm and your leg to meet together in the middle. So we're going to go slow for 30 seconds, and then we'll pick up the pace for the last 30. All right, let's go on this side. Ready? Let's begin. Nice and slow. Again, you don't want to be using momentum. You want all that work to be coming from your core. That's why we're starting off going slow. That way, when we do pick up the pace, our core is engaged and we're doing this in proper form. All right, give me one more. And let's pick up the pace a little bit. And your supporting leg will also get a little bit of a workout from balancing. A few more, guys. We're almost there. Last one. All right, let's switch sides. So move your chair. Come over to the other side. Same thing. 30 seconds slow. Pick up the pace for the next 30 seconds. Let's begin. Nice and slow. And keep this supporting leg a little bit bent. You don't want it straight. That puts too much pressure on your knees. And let's pick it up. 30 seconds. We're doing great, guys. This is the last ab move, and then we're going to move on to lower body. All right, great job. So let's go ahead and move into lower body. So we're just going to be doing squats into a seated position. So you're going to do a normal squat, and you're just lightly going to tap your glute onto the chair. You're not coming down and sitting and standing. You're just a light tap. Make sure your legs are about shoulder width apart, and let's begin. And you want to be standing just a little bit in front of your chair. That way you can tap down. You don't want to be too far from it. Make sure your abs are engaged, even though we're working the lower body. You still need to use your core for good form. Make sure your knees are not going out over your feet. They should be lining up with your ankles. And also make sure that your knees are going straight out, that they're not going out to the side or inward at all. Almost there, guys. One more. All right. So our next move, we're going to work our glute and our abductor or outer thigh. So we're going to do a minute on each leg. For the first 30 seconds, you'll do reverse leg lifts. And then the next 30 seconds, lateral leg lifts. All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Get ready for reverse leg lifts. And begin. So you're using the chair for support and balance. That way all of your energy is focused on working your glute in the back of your legs. I would keep your supporting leg a little bit bent in the knee. And the leg that's doing all the work can be straight or bent. And let's go out to the side, guys. Keep the foot flexed. You should feel it right here on your outer thigh. Give me one more. All right, let's switch sides. I'm going to flip my chair just so you can see what I'm doing. So let's go with another minute on the opposite leg, starting with 30 seconds of reverse leg lifts. In 3, 2, 1. Now it's a little tricky, but try to keep your torso and upper body still for the most part. There's some movement you can't help, but you don't want to be like swinging it and leaning forward every time you lift your leg. You kind of want to keep a nice straight posture, just so that all the work you're doing is actually in your butt. Let's switch to those lateral leg lifts. Out to the side. After this, guys, we've just got one more move left, and then you're done. Keep that foot flexed. Just give me a couple more. We're almost there. Last one. Great job. Okay, our last move is one of my favorites. We're going to be doing a plie squat with a calf raise. I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like without the chair, just so you know. Come into a plie position with your toes turned out and your legs a bit further than shoulder width apart. You're going to come down into a plie squat, and you're going to lift your heels into a calf raise and then come up. So we're going to use the chair for balance. Come into plie position, have your toes turned out, and we're going to do this for 60 seconds, okay guys? Let's begin. Down, calf raise, up, down, calf raise, and up, down, calf raise, and up. No need to rush through these. Get the full range of motion with each movement, so that way you're really working your muscles to the best of your ability. One thing I want to note is when you're going down into your plie, I want you coming down with a straight butt. You don't want it stuck out, just nice straight. Let's finish these up, guys. We're almost there. And the easiest way to keep your back straight is by keeping your core engaged. You should be having your core engaged in all of these moves. Give me one more, guys. All right, guys, and that is your chair workout. We got our cardio, our upper body, our abs, and our legs. Total body workout. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Rachel Runs. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rachel Runs on YouTube. See you guys later.